today we're doing something I haven't shown on this channel before. We're playing Trailmakers. And I haven't told y'all that I play Trailmakers, but I do. And today we're building the M50 on toss. I got this request from a guy on Reddit. So we'll see how it goes. Right now it's turning out to be not the worst build in the world. But we'll see if that changes. Right now I'm trying to do some kind of arm that'll go through this gun right here. This piston is going to pull back this gun, and when it fires, this piston will launch forward, make this projectile go faster. But I'll see if it doesn't completely mess up when that piston gets pulled back. So, see what we can do with that. I'm going to try to make the turret and the rest of the build relatively simple, just so it doesn't take up too much complexity. I'm not sure how hard or easy that'll be, but we will see. Okay, maybe I want 2 3x1 tubes there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we program the pistons like this. Speed -100, start position 0, auto reset, and then do the fire on back. So this kind of sounds counterintuitive, but it'll push the pistons forward very quickly. And if you time the launch of the cannons properly, and that's a delay of 0.02 seconds, it will launch the cannon balls, or whatever projectiles. It'll launch them farther than the regular old cannon. That is something I learned a little while ago, maybe a few months ago now, but it's helped in a lot of my builds that I've made. See how that is. That's how fast the cannons go. And that is not how far they normally launch. But it seems like that arm is working. So, let's see. Based off the picture that I'm looking at, it looks like it goes right in to the body, kind of, but it can aim up and other things like that. Let's see. And it does seem like it's not just curved down at the back, so I am going to add more details at the back of these cannons here. Okay. Instead of just curving downward like that, it goes into almost like what you'd see at the end of a old-timey shotgun. It's more like a trumpet shape. I'll try to do that. See if there's any blocks I can use to make that kind of shape at the back. Let's see. Maybe in here, but these wouldn't go the right way. What about here? I would say maybe the flask, but the flask only has one connection point, I believe. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. I'm gonna try this. How is that? That actually, let's compare that to the picture. Because that might not look that bad. We could do that. Or it seems like it's not a cone. It's not a cone at the end. It looks more like... Hold on. Looks more like these mirrors instead. But I'll still extend that. I'll use a thicker pipe piece because I like that length off the back. And it would be nice if I could use these because that gives a really nice shape. But I think I'll have to end up using these instead. That molds so well to the mirror. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it. Maybe there's something else. Let's see. Now granted, I don't have all the blocks, but I have a lot of them. So we'll see what we can find here. What can we find? What do we have? We might end up having to use that large pipe piece. I'd be fine with that. But I like to have my builds aesthetic as well as functional. I know there's people who play this game who like their builds to be really aesthetic based and not functional. Me, I like to have a mix between the two. I think we're gonna have to go with the large pipe piece. I don't think there's anything else we could really use, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. About this? No, that's way too big. It's also far too big. So I think I'll just end up using the large pipe pieces. Maybe I'll have a revelation farther into the stream on what I want that to be replaced with, but who knows? I think we'll just have to leave it to large pipe pieces. Okay. Let's see. I'm actually not sure what era this is from. It might be from World War II. I have a feeling this is from World War II. And this will be like the first World War II build I do. Because most of my other builds have been from modern war machines, I guess we'll call them. The side profile doesn't look... We might have to make the cannons longer. I think that's what we'll have to do. So that is exactly what I'll do. I'll make the cannons a little bit longer. Like that. kind of a feeling that we run into that problem. I'm not exactly sure why both those cannons are aiming down there. I'm not sure what they're aiming at. It seems like they're all aiming at the same place, though. I think once we put a seat on there, it won't do that as much. But that looks pretty darn close to the guns on the M50. So we will keep that. But now what we have to do is we have to integrate some kind of... Okay, yeah, so those seem to just go right into a swivel. Does it have a proper turret? Do those swivel on the top? Because it seems like they would. I can tell for a fact that they go up and down. But I want to see if there's actually a picture of them turned, and there is, so they can turn up there. I'm not exactly sure how far they can turn though. They might only be able to turn like maybe 45 degrees or something like that. That makes sense for a vehicle like this. Because this isn't exactly a tank. It's more like maybe a fire support vehicle. Most of the pictures I see are with the turret turned around 45 degrees. So that is probably what I'll keep it at. But there is a turret. It's not a very functional turret, but it is a turret nonetheless. So we'll do that. Maybe we'll move that up by one or back. I'm not exactly sure yet. But okay, so now let's see. Where are those guns? Are they... Okay, they're right there. So the top guns right here are aligned with the machine gun at the front. Not at the front, but like the machine gun. So this is the right gun, and then probably over here would be the left gun. Here would be the machine gun, and then the rest of this would be the turret. There's a machine gun with a plate at the front, right here. I'll build it out and try to show y'all. But it seems like I'm gonna try to just do a circle, kinda. Maybe I'll do more of an oval with the rounded 2x1x2s. I've never called them that before. That's a first for me. I don't really have my own name for these blocks actually. So I think I kind of just want it to be like that, because that looks like a good width for the tank, because in the pictures there is a gun rest that'll extend up like from here down, and then a little bit more. That's the front of the tank, or whatever you call this thing. And then right here is gun rests, and they go to this gun. So I think that's about how wide I want this thing to be. I guess I'll just call it a thing. I'm not exactly sure what vehicle class this is. Okay. I think that should be good. I might move this. Yeah, I'll move these. So then we can cleanly copy and paste this whole gun over to the other side. It's only 38 blocks. With the other gun, it is 69 blocks. Nice. It is 71 with this whole thing in place. So I'll do kind of what I do with the rest of my turret builds. I'll put that on top of some pistons that will pull the rest of the turret down. Okay. Do that. We don't need to fire these, so we won't do anything special with that. But that is going to be pretty much the guns. And then we have to do a front-plated machine gun right here. And I have kind of an idea on how to do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll make a shield like this. And like that. It's kind of like all around it. So, and then I'll put the machine guns in the middle. Right there. And I wanted to have a pretty fast fire rate. So I'm going to see if I can piston glitch these guns into each other by doing this. So we're going to have to take another piston, put it up here, and right, I'll be fine with it right there. We have to fill the rest of this back in though. Like that. So I think I'll do that. Put that there. Then I'll put a 3x1 right in the middle there. Like that. And that should just kind of pull down into the other machine gun. And then I'll adjust the delay times of those to make it fire more quickly. Make it a little bit more realistic. Okay, that maybe not exactly sure how I'll do that. Because it does have a pretty, it has a plate up here as well. So maybe this. And that is not blocked by anything. So we'll put more armor plates here and here. Maybe we'll just reinforce this a whole lot more. Like that. That should just go nicely right down inside each other. So that is kinda what the turret looks like. We got done with that pretty quick, so this build shouldn't, the rest of this build shouldn't take all that long. So I'm pretty sure the delay for this is 0.10 seconds. And I'll show you a comparison. Put a seat back here. And it should be on X and not. Okay. Yeah, that's a little glimpse of how those guns will go. I do need to adjust these though. I'm not sure why they're doing that. I don't know why they're switched around like that. Maybe I have to make it like that, but that wouldn't work. And that goes... That is very odd. It shouldn't do that. Anyway, that's what the guns normally fire like. And I'll show you with a delay of 0.10 seconds. Hold on. Wait for them to get full ammo. Actually, I think it's 0.15 second delay. I think it was 0.10 for the laser guns and 0.15 for this. Maybe it doesn't work as well. But I could have swore... Or maybe it's lower, like a lot lower, like 0.3 second delay. I want them to fire one after another. So I think it is a 0.15 second delay. Yeah, that seems better. There we go. Okay. Now let's sort out this whole aiming servo situation. I'm not exactly sure why it's doing that. Maybe it's the verticality checks. Okay, so that's off, that's off. It's still doing it. I'm not sure what's going on at all. I'm not sure if maybe they changed something and I didn't realize it, because I haven't really built anything. The last thing I built, I'll show y'all. Last thing I built was a few days ago. It was this Trackmania car here. The stadium car. It's better on the track. But even in Space League, I got it to go faster than, I think it was like 94% other players. And it looks like an actual car compared to like a floating rocket ship with wheels on it. So that is really nice. Has the active arrow. The aesthetics are really nice. I really like this build. I really like pretty much all my builds. Bell H1. If it'll load. This one is really nice, and then it has the navigation lights on it. Right there. That green one right there, and then at the top. And put it at night. Make it a little bit easier to see. This thing is actually a two-seater. I haven't gotten anyone else to get in it with me on online servers, which is kind of a bummer because the other seat actually controls. Get back down here. The other seat controls this gun up here. It also controls these cameras too. I'll see if I can show you that. So now, that gun is just controlled by an aiming servo. You can fire that. It's a little bit less powerful and less fire rate because I couldn't really build two guns into one with this turret, but that is okay. And this cockpit view is actually really nice because you can just like aim pretty much all around the helicopter. And usually what it does with these aiming servos in first person, they'll just keep going, but this one for some reason does not. You can aim down pretty much right below you. I'll show you what the cameras look like. That's what the cameras look like, and you can zoom in even farther. A little chirpo right there. Not chirpo. Whatever you are. Walking around. Zoom in even farther. So I'm really proud of this one. And then on my other builds too, I'll probably show those in later streams if I stream Trailmakers again, which I probably will because I got other requests from the people of Reddit as well. They also requested me to build, I think it was an M56. That's another kind of tank. They also requested me to build a Indian attack helicopter. So that will be, both of those will be pretty interesting. But right now I need to focus on these turrets. Okay. So maybe oh, I see. Maybe it's because they're vertical. Maybe I do need to turn the verticality checks on. And that is a big no. I'm not sure what's going on at all. Because they should just... Oh. Okay. Let's see. We'll do some trial and error here. So the left angle would go up. So let's turn the right angle down. Turn that left angle down to probably We'll do 60 degrees. I think I also want to put aiming on my machine guns up here too, but that might be a little bit of an issue. So maybe I won't do that. And for this one, it'll be the opposite, so that'll be right. And turn the left all the way down. Let's see how that works. It's not wanting to aim up at all. So I'm not sure why. But you can see kind of how the guns work. I'm not exactly sure if they shoot simultaneously, but I'd imagine they might. And this thing currently jumps, apparently. Yeah. So they're pretty accurate. Like they'll shoot where you aim them. Or they'll land where you aim them. So I might ask the Reddit what is going on with these. Or maybe if someone who plays Trailmakers more often than me joins the stream, maybe they can kind of tell me what's going on here. But for now, I'm not sure. I guess we'll see if I spawn in my other builds. We'll see if those have changed as well. Because it should just be... Oh. I see. I see the problem immediately. They do not work when they're upright. Okay. So these need to be flipped like that. Instead, that was a pretty easy fix. They should just be the same. So those will aim up now. There we go. I think I want them to aim a little bit down as well. Maybe by like... Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Because we'll have those gun rests up here. Yeah. Okay. I want to put these on a toggle. I think I'll do that as this. So that'll toggle them on and off. Off by default. Toggle them on, toggle them off. And we'll put this on. Let's just put this on a platform really quick to show how the turtles spin and such. And this is like 45 degrees max. That's how far I saw it turned. Maybe I'll have it be able to turn a little bit more just for ease of use in battle. But I do like to have my things realistic. As I said before. So I'll build. I'll leave it like that. Okay. That's how the guns will work. And I might slow them down because they are a bit too fast. This is probably very unrealistic for the time period. It's pretty much how everything will work in terms of the turret. So we have the turret done now. Now comes the harder part is that's making the body. But I need to go to the bathroom, so I might stop stream, come back, and then start it back up again. So I will leave off here and then come back after I'm done in the bathroom.